guys, so I'm going to look briefly at stem changing verbs or boot verbs. I'm assuming you are already familiar with conjugating regular ER, AR, IR verbs into the present tense and quite familiar with subject pronouns, etc. There's 2 tutorials uploaded here as well if you'd like to revisit the general rules on verbs and subject pronouns. But I'm going to discuss stem changing verbs or boot verbs, and you'll see why they're called boot verbs. So, as you know, when we conjugate verbs in Spanish, we typically take the end off the verb and put the endings. For example, o, as, a, amos, ais, an. Okay, and we leave the stem alone. The stem is what's left when you knock off the AR, ER, or IR. However, there are a group of verbs where, for certain persons in the conjugation, the stem actually changes. So, the endings you know and are correct, but you need to learn where and how these stem changing verbs differ. So, there's 4 groups. I'm going to quickly give you an example of each group as a model, so you'll know how to do these. Okay? The first group we'll take is the E to IE group. So we'll take an example of a verb you are probably familiar with, querer, to want. Okay? This is a stem changing verb of the category E to IE. So right here, that E right there gets changed in the stem for 4 persons out of the 6. So let me show you. We'll do it like this. Yo quiero. See, the E in the stem went to IE. Tú quieres. Again, the E went to IE. And then él, ella, usted quiere. Again, the E went to IE in the stem. The endings are regular for ER verbs. That's not a problem. Then let's take the next 3 persons over here. The stem does not change for this person, the we, which we call the first person plural. The stem does not change for the second person plural, the you plural, the vosotros in Spain. However, the stem changes again for the third person plural, or the ellos, ellas. The stem changes again. So if we look at the persons where the stem changes, the first, second, third persons, let's say, so this is first person singular, first person plural. Anyway, the stem changes for these 3 and this guy. And one way to visualize that is to capture them like that. And that is your boot. It's supposed to look somewhat like a boot. You can put some laces in there if you want to. So that is the boot that wraps around the persons where the stem changes on a stem changing verb. This was an example of the stem changing verb where E goes to IE. Now let me quickly show you the 3 other groups just with the model. Okay? So we'll do it like this. So we've done the E to IE. Now let's do the U to UE. Example, jugar. And this is a U to UE. So that's the U we're talking about. So let me show you. Yo juego. Tú juegas. Are you seeing the U goes to UE? Él, ella, juega. Nosotros, stem does not change. Jugamos, Jugáis does not change, and then it changes again. Juegan. The boot. Okay? That's U to UE. Now let me show you an example of the O to UE. O to UE. And so we'll take the verb dormir, to sleep. Dormir. This is a stem changer where the O goes to UE. So let's hit it. You know the endings because you know IR endings, so that's not a problem. Yo duermo. Tú duermes. Okay? Él, ella duerme. And then same pattern. No change here. Dormimos. Okay? See, it doesn't change on these two persons. Dormis. And then it changes again. Duermen. Okay? Again, we draw the boot. Whoop, there you go. There's your boot. Let's take the last one. The stem changer where the E simply goes to I. And we'll take the verb to ask. Pedir. Okay? Pedir. Okay? E to I. Simply. Okay, are you ready? Let's hit it. Okay. Yo pido. I ask. Tú pides. Él, ella, usted pide. No change on the stem here. IR, verb. Nosotros pedimos. Vosotros pedís. No change, and then it changes again. Ustedes piden. We'll finish with a different color for a bit of panache. Alright? There we go. There you go. There you go. The boot. So, those are the 4 examples. Scroll the video back, check them out. There should be a document loaded as well if you want to, just under this video, just revise it and practice a couple verbs. So stem changers or boot verbs, this is what is meant. That's it.